Click.
Renee and Alex went to the movies.
Hi, everyone.
It's Friday night, and it's time to see a movie.
That's right. And
what movie did we see, Renee?
We went to see The Other Woman, starring Cameron Diaz and Leslie Mann.
And Kate Upton. And Nikolai Coster-Waldau, or yes. Jamie Lannister.
Jamie Lannister, he's...
playing another bastard. Not that Jamie's a bastard, but that's a longer story.
Yeah, that is a longer story. It's something we could talk about another time. Jamie Lannister, one of the characters on Game of Thrones whose name I remember. Cameron Diaz is in a relationship with Jamie Lannister, Nikolai Coster-Waldau. Hey, I did it. And she thinks it's love. And then she finds out that he is in fact married to Leslie Mann. And then she and Leslie Mann she breaks off the relationship, but they become friends, and they decide to go after him, especially when they find out that he has yet another mistress. And hilarity ensues.
Yeah. Which was not necessarily obvious from the trailer or the reviews that we read before going to the movie. In fact, we went in with lowered expectations.
It's true. I actually looked at Rotten Tomatoes this morning, and it got a 27% rating, which is extremely low. And it got a lower rating than Make Your Move, which I thought was awful.
But we're not reviewing that movie.
But we're not maybe
we're
next
not
time.
really reviewing The Other Woman either, except to say that
we are a little bit.
We went in with lowered expectations, and we were actually it's more than pleasantly surprised. I really enjoyed the movie.
I actually really enjoyed the movie too. Hey,
yay! Success.
Yes.
Successful movie night.
Success. Critics could suck it.
And usually I'm the one that goes for the big action comic book movies, so.
Yeah.
But I like it. It was a romantic comedy time. It's been pretty dry season for those.
It has. That's the thing. I've been starving for a romantic comedy, and this really wasn't one either. This is more of a cis-mance,
yes,
if you will.
A buddy movie.
A buddy movie for women. Buddy implies men, doesn't it? It feels like it does. I guess it doesn't have to, but it sounds like... Yeah, I really like this movie, actually. And maybe because I went in expecting something awful, but I thought it was really, really funny. I pretty much laughed throughout.
Yeah, in fact, most of the audience did, I thought.
Yeah. Oh, it was great seeing it live.
It was pretty fun. Yeah, and the characters were a lot more nuanced than I expected from the trailer or the reviews or whatever. They except for the guy. Mark, the villain, was kind of he was cartoonish in his evilness.
He was, especially at the end, actually.
Yeah, but the women were well drawn. Even the sort of the boobs. The boobs. Of the bunch.
Yes.
Kate Upton was.
Good Lord.
She was, presented as kind of ditzy
and she wasn't really stupid. Like, there are movies where this is the dumb blonde and they are just how do they survive dumb,
right.
It wasn't so caricature stupid, I think, which is great. And she was really adorable, actually. She had a very cute face.
What else she's been in?
I don't know either.
But I hear her name everywhere.
I feel like I do too, but there's a few Kates in Hollywood that I just lose track of. I can't like Kate Moss. Hasn't she been around forever and ever, and yet she's still talked about all the time? I don't even know. I have to look her up.
She's a supermodel.
But wasn't she in one of the Superman movies? The Brendan Roth one?
No. That was not.
Who was that?
That was a different Kate. See,
that's the thing. There's a handful of Kates in Hollywood, and I just confuse them all. I'm going to have to sort them out.
Anyway. Yeah, but the one I feel like the breakout performance in that movie was Leslie Mann. Because she's sort of always played kind of a shrewish or kind of a bitchy wife. And in this one, she was just hilarious. She
was hysterical in this. It's probably unfair of us to say that she always plays, or has often played the bitch, because I've only seen one of those. She was kind of that shrewy bitch in Knocked Up.
So
and that's the only one I've seen.
Is that it was the same character in This Is 40, which we didn't actually see.
Right. I got from the credits, the trailers, that was her character in This Is 40, and that is why I didn't want to see it, because I was just so turned off by that. I was just like, ugh. It just looked very misogynistic to me, but I should see it sometime and and actually have an informed opinion. But anyway, Leslie Mann was really, really brilliant in this. She was so funny and very cute and sweet, and just
the friendship relationship and how it developed was a lot of fun. That was really the heart of the movie, obviously.
Yeah. I agree. The trailer made it look like, she meets her and then they spend one night drinking and then they're friends, and it was much more of a development than that. It wasn't quite as instant as that, which I really appreciate.
And Cameron Diaz was the main character. It wasn't really clear to me what lesson she really needed to learn, but apparently it was that
Cameron Diaz?
She needed to be happy with just finding some friends.
No, I think it was a little more than that. She's softened up. She starts the movie very cynical and very sort of, nothing's going to work. And I mean, I appreciate it. She wasn't so dark or anything, but she, like Leslie Mann refers to her as the mistress, and she gets very annoyed by that because she doesn't want to be that person.
Right.
So even though she thinks everything's negative, she still thinks that she can be better than that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It was actually really, really funny, but there were a couple of moments that were like ridiculously over the top, like a couple of pratfalls.
Yeah. So how does it compare to the trailer?
There were a couple of moments in the trailer that were also in the movie, and yet they were still funny.
Yeah.
But they weren't the only funny moments. I was laughing pretty much throughout. I
remember when watching the trailer, there was sort of a pratfall moment, and I was like, the setup for this movie seems interesting enough. Why do they need that?
Yeah.
But
I was going to say the same thing. The trailer that we saw in the movie theater, that was much more about how they meet and discover that he's cheating on them, and their sort of revenge plot. But then when I saw the TV ads, those are always so rushed and crazy and madcap anyway, and those had more of the
pratfalls.
The pratfalls and the slapstick moments, like the trellis thing and the thing with the dog getting in the car and smacking her in the face, right? I really hate myself for laughing at that, but I laughed at it pretty hard, actually.
And there's poop humor.
And there's some poop humor. But that's the other thing about Rotten Tomatoes is that from what I read on Rotten Tomatoes, I had the impression that those kinds of things were throughout. And they're not.
Yeah, exactly. There were highs and lows. It was paced well. Music was fun.
The music was great. I really liked the music. Actually, that cover, I have to look it up, that cover of Love is a Battlefield was so nice, actually. It was really, really good.
That was funny.
And a good placement in the movie. Yeah, it was really fun.
Bubble Butt, I could have done without.
That was ridiculous. I don't understand that song. Yeah.
Something about it being performed by Secret Canadian Arrangement, which I don't understand. But
I have to look that up, too. I liked it a whole lot.
I really enjoyed the movie. Much more than I expected. So, I recommend it. Actually.
I do too. It helps going in with low expectations, but I really enjoyed it a lot too.
Well, I'm completely covered in cat hair now, so I
don't know if you noticed. There's a kitty right here. Put your leg down.
I was just gonna say, there, Bing. Yeah, I gotta go get a lint brush or something. So, I think I've said all I need to say. If you want to see more of these.
And you see our massive video collection behind us, by the way.
I was going to say, click this link.
Somewhere.
If we can figure out how to put one here, or maybe it's going to be here. I don't know how that stuff works. I'm old. I'm sure there's a way to subscribe even without clicking on this thing right here.
Yes, please subscribe, and maybe we'll see you next Friday.
Yeah. Oh.